Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more EU4 Relentless Push East continued. That's right, we are now playing through the Russia tree and we're doing fairly well. So with today's plan fairly well set out at the end of the last episode, we are going to go to war with Oirat. So with that in mind, let's just get our ducks in a row. First of all, I see they've got some troops nearby. Let's just quickly scoot on over and make sure that they cannot escape. That seems good. Make sure that we attack them on day one. Also too, we still have a little bit of money, so let's go ahead and invest in some infrastructure if possible. So production wise, actually, you know, yeah, we've got a couple of really good ones right there, 0.24 and 0.13. In fact, let's check our taxation as well, 0.13. Yeah, this is the stuff that we want. There we go. Let's just make sure we are getting the best return on investment. So that should be very, very good. We have a diplomat nearby, but we will go ahead and wait until our army is side by side, just to make sure that we're getting the most out of this. That looks like that is the rest of Oirat's troops. This should be very, very easy. So I think, without further ado, let's just go ahead and annex this blob from the map. So, let's declare war. Transoxiana will not join on in. It looks like they are in a war with Delhi. Yeah, no, this is going to be fun. It looks like Delhi is becoming particularly strong, and so is Barmanis. Yeah, these guys are getting rather powerful. Alright, but either way, that's not our problem. Let's go ahead and declare our war. Let's go for a holy war. That is the best thing for us. Less aggressive expansion, more prestige. And let's roll. Alright, now we do have a couple of missions that have stopped, but that's okay. Let's go ahead over there and we're going to send them back to drilling. I'm not really too concerned about that right now. So yeah, we'll let them do that. And then let's go ahead and turn off a whole bunch of our forts. We don't need too many as it stands. We're fairly safe from whatever these guys can do. Alright, so I think... yeah, that'll be fine. Unless there's unrest, we'll leave it be. And there we have it. Okay, so I think that's all that we've got here, there. Oh, and no what, never mind. There we go, that'll do nicely. Yeah, we are doing fairly well. Okay, so in fact that probably means that our rebels aren't going too poorly. We do have a couple over here that are willing to fire, but that's easily sorted. And then that's barely worth noting. Okay, so we don't really have too much to worry about. Army, let's go ahead and crush what they have. That sounds ideal. We do also have a government interaction for Streltsy. We don't need that, so we'll hold off for this second. Alright then, let's see what we can do. Alright, crushing them is good. Let's make sure that we have our subjects set to siege. That's very nice. Yeah, it looks like we are slowly gaining more and more power over Norway, which is nice. Hopefully Russia is going to be in a little bit of a pickle and stops assisting them for the moment. Alright, so there's no forts up here, so let's just leave that be. Let's make our way down towards their capital. I don't know where they have military access, so let's have a quick look. Alright, and it looks like they're going to be bailing. That's kind of understandable. It's not what's best, but, you know, I'm sure the 2,000 troops that they have are not going to be too much of an issue. Alright, especially with Noga and Karadel, they should easily be able to hunt them down quickly. Alright, let's see. Anything else that we need to take note of? Gonna have loans due in 2 more years. We're obviously not going to pay those back, not just yet. Disputed succession clearly didn't go in our favor. We were hoping for Brandenburg, but I guess not. Well, who knows? His heir is only one. Who knows what kind of events could occur and cause him trouble. Alright. But either way, let's move on down. There is their capital. Looks like This is easily held by us. We only need 3,000 troops and 5 artillery. So let's go ahead and remove all bar that. I think, yeah, that should be fine. And then let's move you over here. And we will just start sieging down everything. Starting at a 28% chance of taking their fort is fantastic. Our siege general with 4 siege is quite nice. We have lost a general though, so we should try and recoup. Yeah, let's find a new one for our army. Let's go ahead and recruit. A 4552, that is rather nice. That's not bad at all. He can be on the rebel duty. And yeah, we'll just finish up what we've got over here. It sounds like our conversions are going nicely, which is always a good thing. But luckily for us, we have them set to the autonomous mode, so they should be moving on to the next one. I don't think that there'll be too much in the way of provinces for us to convert at this point. We should almost be done. But it looks like there is the siege of their capital over and done with, so now it's just a matter of time until we can take what we can. And it does look like Shun is attacking Oirat, so we want to make sure that we can get as much land as possible. Yeah, looks like they're fighting over this land here, which is... Who holds this? Yeah, it is Oirat. Okay, well, that is kind of annoying. Looks like Shun is going to get all of that. But outside of this... we should be able to siege down the remnants before they do too much. Let's go ahead and break these down into 3 stacks. I think that's the best way of doing this. Alright, and there we have it. So let's go leave one where we are. One over here, one over there. Alright, and that should be good enough to carpet siege them fairly swiftly. Alright, Mongolia is declaring war on Oirat as well. Okay, well, let's hope we get to these provinces first and avoid any hostile occupations. They're heading over there, so that should be fine. Let's also... actually, no, we'll move all the way across. Even though that's all cannons, I don't really care about a single unit of cavalry. Yeah, it's very minimal in the way of losses. And then, because we want to make sure that we take all the land, let's make sure that we get over there before anyone else joins on into the fray. Oh, and it does look like Oirat... oh no, never mind. Nogai has held on to a couple of provinces. Very nice, because Nogai has claims, so we will use that to our advantage and just minimize our overextension. Alright, so let's get all of our troops together. Let's go. And we'll work our way up there. You can head up over here. And that should more or less be the entire war over. Yep, 99%. That is rather nice. Let's see about piecing out. We will take everything from above. So that'll be Nogai and Nogai, which is very nice. And then the rest we can just eat up. There we go. Alright, so that's 65% war score, 48% overextension. Nice and manageable. We'll get you to revoke your cause, or actually, you know what? War reparations won't really last for that long, because I see them being full annexed by Shun. So let's take their money instead, and then with the remnants, yeah, we'll get them to revoke some cause. I think that's going to be the best thing for us. So, let's see, we only care about the land that we own. And that's about it. But you know what? Let's just continue a little bit further. I think... yeah, might as well go for a full peace deal here. There we are. So, nice and easy. A very efficient war. Let's go ahead and set that demand. Hip hip huzzah. And wow, would you look at that? Russia font has finally returned. And we are... by no stretch the smallest. We are, yeah, we are absolutely crushing That is fantastic. Alright, so good to see that that's finally fixed itself up. Let's go ahead and... we could either convert or core, and I think it's probably in our interest to convert a few. So what are we currently converting for somebody? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with... what do we do? Yeah, these 50% is for 11 months. I think that seems the best value for money. So let's go ahead and we'll work on these. They're also nice and cheap, which is particularly good. Yeah, that is very nice. Alright, and then for the rest, let's go ahead and this will take... how long to core? Let's see, 24 months. Okay, so we need to leave at least another... what's that? 6 provinces untouched. So we'll sort by overextension, and we'll work our way from the bottom up. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the ones that we can happily convert, and then we'll just convert, core up the rest. Yeah, and make some fast progress there. I don't think it's... Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, it should cause us less issues in the long run if we convert it to the right faith first. So we'll let that be. Let's go ahead and bring all of our troops over here. It looks like there's enough of a supply limit, which is very nice. Nogai, they can do their thing, which is excellent. We have a little bit more cash on hand as well. So let's see about increasing our economy. Let's see, 0.6s or 0.9. There we go, we'll take 2 of those. We can also upgrade a center of trade? No. But we can increase some of our trade company investments. Alright then, well, let's go for... Actually, you know what? No, we'll try and pay off a single loan if we can. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and pay off a single loan. I think that's not a bad idea. Minimize the amount of inflation that is going to be coming our way. Alright, advisors have died. That is unfortunate. And it looks like our house has been shaken. Ooh. Legitimacy or prestige? You know what? Prestige is easy to come by. It is what it is. And let's pick up a new advisor. So, for diplomacy, what have we got? Diplomatic reputation, improve relations, or trade efficiency. Well, I think we go for the trade efficiency for now. Actually, no. No. Hang on a second. We want to get through our trade ideas. And we're going to be a little bit behind as far as our Diplo is concerned. Yeah. That's a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and we'll pay for the diplomatic reputation. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best thing for us. It is slightly more costly, but at the end of the day, it does get us slightly further ahead as far as our tech and ideas are concerned, so we'll let that be. Alright, religious divergences. It seems that we can lose some missionary strength, and they'll be unhappy, or we lose stability. Yeah, I don't see us losing stability. That is foolish. Let's go ahead and take the corruption. That'll automatically be burned down by our ahead of time bonuses as well as our espionage ideas, so that's not particularly punishing. Although, let's just make sure we're not spending any money unnecessarily, so that's fine. And then I think, yeah, we're actually running a decent balance, yeah. If we take away our war reparations, we're still making money even with everything going on. So that is a good sign. Alright, let's see. Access from Khorasan. Who are you fighting? Ajan Barmanison. Yeah, sure, right. You know what? You can have that. I don't really mind. If we can help slow down the others' expansion towards all of that land, it's probably ideal for us, so we will let that be. And then for now, let's also go ahead and do some autonomous rebel suppression. Make sure that this land is covered. until it becomes the appropriate faith, and then I think we'll be all good. Oh, what have we got here? A foreign drill instructor. Lose money, gain army professionalism, and he will join our court. Decline the officer or renegotiate. Ooh. Professionalism for less money, and his morale of armies. It's a bit of a pity, but I really do like this land maintenance modifier fellow right now. I don't think that the professionalism though. Let's have a look at our military. Let's just double check. We're at 31%, so bumping it up by 2 would be nice, but at the same time too, recruiting generals is going to help us out with that, so I think we don't bother about him for now. We need the money more than we need the professionalism, so a little bit of prestige is easily made back by conversions, so we will let that be. Alright, and hopefully that should be fine. That also means we should be close to finishing a mission now that we've taken all of this land. Let's just double check. Let's see, Astrakhan area, that is the Ottomans being a pain there. And then we need... Well, we can't consolidate the steppes until we have claimed the steppes. Right. But luckily for us, it looks like we already own the majority of that region. It's only fighting Transoxiana. And you know what? I think we may even just go ahead and go straight to war with these guys. Yeah, they're not doing too good. They've got very minimal in the way of land and things. We could expand Nogai quite nicely, I think. Let's just have a look at their cause. Yeah, wow, we could reconquest a decent chunk for them and take some more for ourselves as well. I'm sure their coffers are not too bad. Yeah, you know what? We'll give it a month or two, and then we will go ahead and start fighting these guys too. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like Delhi's taken a good chunk of land. That's no surprises there. And... yeah, if we can make our way down here, then maybe we could even fight Delhi as well, which could be a decent idea. Break them up from getting too strong too quickly. Give us a little bit more development as well. Take control of some of the trade from India. It's certainly not a bad plan. Alright, so let's turn off this fort for now. That doesn't need to be there. And, hang on, I think there was one more that we needed to worry about. Was it, yeah, this is what I was thinking of, the mission. Yeah, we just need to take control of those couple of provinces with our Siberian frontiers. It's not a huge thing for us. It will give us 20 years of extra local goods produced in the area and a little bit of extra production, but at the same time too, I don't think it's as important as finishing up our trade ideas, so we'll leave it be for now. But I think we're doing pretty good. Oh! And speaking of pretty good, we have a fantastic spy network against the Ottomans. Let's go ahead and cause some havoc for them. Let's go ahead and slander their merchants. I think that sounds fun. Yeah. That will hurt their trade. That is nice. Also, with hurting their economic power, that will reduce the, issues with some of the desire for liberty. So that'll work out nicely. We can pick up a new idea, so let's go ahead and do that. Extra trade steering. That is definitely what we're going for. And so this will be finished in June of 83. Yeah, so that will put us behind on tech. But I think it's going to be worthwhile with all the extra goods produced that we can get. So we'll leave it for now. We'll just try and promote as much as we can. But unfortunately, yeah, that's just going to be our limitation for now. Let's see, what have we got? Yearly corruption, trade efficiency. I am somewhat tempted to abdicate. Lose some legitimacy and prestige. However, that would mean we'd then be moving to a 466, which does give us extra power. And this guy is not exactly the most fantastic. Sure, the extra leader, land leader shock is nice, but he's got bad trade efficiency. I don't care about mercenaries. I think we abdicate and we let this guy take charge. We want to get as much out of him as possible. He's already 57, he's 37. Yeah, I think we go ahead and abdicate. I don't think we're going to have a... I think it's going to be the best thing for us. So let's go ahead and do this. This does mean we'll take a legitimacy hit as well as prestige. But again, prestige is easily come by, so let's go ahead and do it. Yeah. Black news indeed. Okay, so it does apparently hit our stability. I was, yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. I don't think I've abdicated for quite some time, but I suppose that makes sense. We have plenty of royal marriage offers to pick that up. But hopefully that will mean that our next time, we pick up an idea, goes from 83 back down to December of 82. So yeah, that extra diplomatic power generation is going to be very nice. Let's also go ahead and seize land while we're at things. All of our states seem relatively happy, so let's kick things up a notch. And now, wow, we now have extra yearly absolutism and extra maximum absolutism by 15. Not to mention our reform progress growth goes up by another 20%, and I believe monthly autonomy change goes down a further 0.01, which I am happy with. Yeah, so 70% is the threshold. Very, very nice. Okay then. Well, let's see. We got caught in the Ottomans. We got some more favors with Norway. Looks like we're gaining free military power, which is nice. We'll pick up the royal marriage from Sweden. Rebels are somewhat likely in a few places, but nothing too serious. Although that does look like a bit of an issue. What's going on in some of these provinces? 25 unrest is a fair bit. Yes, intolerance and separatism. That will do it. A little bit of overextension as well. Yeah, okay. Well, you know what? That's not too bad. By the time we... Oh yeah, and the active missionary. By the time we get rid of the active missionary and intolerance, that'll swing 9 points towards... What is it? 9 points. So that's almost a 17.5 point swing, which is quite respectable. Yeah, I'm not really too concerned. And you know what? We'll be close by to fight any of the rebels if they do pop up. So, yeah, I think we will be good. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Revolt. Okay, what have we got going on there? Nogai particularists? Well, I think Nogai can handle that. They should have access through. Let's just double check. Yeah, they do have access through all of our land, so that's not an issue there. No, we're getting actually rather high on administrative and military power. I think... Should we just go ahead and declare this war and deal with the rebels as they come about? I think maybe we do. It's going to be a little bit until we get the Opricina progress, which would be nice. But again, that will reduce our rebels as well. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and expend some of our manpower here. We'll go and... I think we just go ahead and declare the war. Jean-Paul's not going to join in, which is very nice, so that should make it a nice, easy fight. And, yeah, no one to really worry about. Alright, let's go ahead and show superiority once again. Not to mention, it means that we can finally spread out a little bit of our aggressive expansion as well. So we can expand over here, then maybe expand over in Europe and bounce back and forth. And that's before we even include fighting people like Japan or Mongolia. Yeah, I think this is going to be quite nice. So, let's move on down and cancel the rebel suppression for now. We're going to go ahead and... do we need to worry about our 16 stack? Probably not. We should be fine. But we will go ahead and turn off a few forts. I will leave this one since it is on the Ottoman border. But some of these other ones I think are more than a little unnecessary. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure that we turn all of those off. Looks like we're fairly happy over here. What about Riga? Still 7.8 for unrest. That's not too bad. Unlawful territory. Right, that's what's causing us issues. Yeah, we didn't quite ally the Emperor quick enough. But outside of that, everything seems all hunky-dory. So let's just leave that be. That'll be fine. We'll keep these 3 forts open just in case they try anything. And that should be good. So, let's march on forwards and see where their troops are at. In fact, whereabouts are they headed? Down over there? Let's go ahead and chase them down. It's only 20,000, so that's nice and easy for us to manage. And I'm sure we're going to catch up to them a little bit quicker than they would like. They have no maneuver, and we have 2. Is that the best we've got? Could kick it up to 5 maneuver and 2 siege. In fact, you know what? I think that seems reasonably good. Yeah, a 4-5 is equal to what we already have, but then the 5-2, we don't really need that much extra siege given the fact that some of these forts are not exactly the world's greatest. Yeah, only a first level fort or second level fort. Yeah, nothing too much to worry about whatsoever. Alright, now we are at... We'll bring these guys in as reinforcements to hopefully deter these guys. But these 2 armies, I think we go back to drilling. That will be fine by me. Yeah, okay, cool. And that's all doing as expected. Oh, and you know what? We'll turn off that fort as well. There we go. Alright, so now what we need to do is catch their troops in a nice little pincer maneuver. We may even go ahead and, you know what, we'll turn this fort back on just in case they try any shenanigans. But I don't expect them to be doing too much for long. Alright, let's race up and over there and see what else is going on in our kingdom with the treasury reform and the abolition of the Comalen? I don't know, system. Looks like we can lose some admin power and gain taxes and get a discount on admin tech for the next 25 years. Improve our taxes or improve our admin cost. You know what? Let's spare no expense. Easily, we will go for both. That sounds fantastic. And that means we probably can go ahead and check in on our tech costs. Yeah, we are a year and a half before we need tech, which I think we can pick up relatively easily. Yeah, this will be good. Alright, let's double check in on our missionaries as well. It looks like most things are being, well, are converted as best as possible. So I guess that means we can go ahead and core up the remainder. All of those are at least the right faith. So we'll get working on that overextension there. And then hopefully, you know what? Hopefully we can catch out these troops and, yeah, send them back home because I really don't want to have to deal with this. Alright, so let's head up over here. Looks like they'll be fighting in the woods. Maybe into... Ah, yeah, they're going for the steppes. Okay, fair enough. More of a not quite as good terrain as it could be, but it's still fine by me. It's not my problem. Alright, let's march forwards and absolutely stack them. Let's see how we are in comparison. We have 5% better discipline. We have an extra third on their morale, and we have better tactics. Very, very nicely. And that's before our general and their absolute bossness. So there we go. 2.5 troops for almost... What's that? 7,000? 6, 7? Oh no, 8.5, even 9. That is very nice. Alright, but it looks like they are retreating 1 province over into friendly territory. It looks like us turning on this fort has caused them a little bit of an issue, which I am a-okay with. So let's go ahead and consolidate. and we will stack the rest of their army. So with that out of the way, let us go and do what we can. Let's zip on over towards their first fort. Are they fighting anybody else? No, they're not. That is good. All of our friends can siege down as well. Let's get them... You know what? Let's just go ahead and set it to autonomous sieging. That's fine by me. A little bit of drill on only 16,000 troops isn't that much. We'll go ahead and repay one of our loans as we had planned, and then we'll extend the rest. And I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. So it looks like no guy's already working on the fort there, which is excellent. It looks like the Ottomans are expanding. Attacker against Soren in the Ottoman conquest of Maraga. Huh. Okay, so I guess they're not doing too good in that front. Yeah, it looks like we're slowly trapping the Ottomans in their avenues for expansion, and they're getting... Well, they're going to keep on fighting all these tinier nations. Yeah, that is not quite ideal for us, but it is what it is. We should be able to keep Transoxiana beaten down fairly well. They are going to need a fair bit of extra reinforcements if their troops are going to do too well. But I don't expect that to be happening anytime soon. We'll easily be able to catch up and assist in case they try and do any funny business. So let's go and see. Oh, we have access. Can we just run around? We can run around that way. Alright, you know what? Let's just walk onto their capital. That'll be fine. Yeah, that'll cause them a few things to think about. And yeah, we'll finish up with this in the next one. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.